Have you ever stopped to think that your mind isn't failing, but being silenced? That word that disappears, the name that slips away, the task that gets lost, they're not accidents, they're symptoms. Symptoms that a vital connection, an internal source of energy, has been deliberately shut off. Society sells you the idea that this is normal, that it's the price of aging or stress. But that's the first lie to keep you stuck in a cycle of decline. The truth is, there's a physical point in your body, a biological switch, that, when activated the right way, can initiate a complete reboot of your cognitive system. This isn't a secret of modern medicine. It's ancient knowledge, almost erased from history, guarded by the Egyptian god of wisdom, Thoth. He left a map not on papyrus, but in the human body itself, to awaken what he called energetic memory. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly where that point is and how you're going to use a tool you already have in your kitchen to activate it. Yes, the answer is right in front of you, but the real power isn't in just one point. It's in a sequence of 3 activations that form a sacred geometry in your head. Without this sequence, the effect is almost zero. Stay with me, because the first point I'm going to reveal is just the doorway. What you'll discover after that is what truly changes the game. If you feel like there's a dormant potential inside your mind, leave a comment here. My mind is not broken. The mind that is not illuminated by truth is like an eye without light. It cannot see. Before we dive into the exercises, we need to transport ourselves to the hot sands of time, to a mythical era when the veil between the world of the gods and that of men was thinner, almost transparent. In the Egyptian pantheon, one figure stood out not for brute strength or fury, but for infinite wisdom and mastery of knowledge. Thoth, the divine scribe with the enigmatic ibis head. He was the architect of knowledge, the master of language, magic, astronomy, and science. It was he who, according to legend, gifted humanity with writing, but his gift was far deeper than mere symbols carved in stone. Writing was a tool to materialize thought, to give shape to the invisible, and to solidify memory, making it immortal. Thoth did not see the human body as a mass of flesh, blood, and bone, a perishable shell. To him, the body was a divine design, a masterpiece of cosmic engineering, a sacred map filled with power points, energetic portals that, if activated correctly, could align a mortal's limited consciousness with the vastness of the universal mind. He understood that memory was not simply a file of past experiences stored in a specific area of the brain, but a stream of living energy, a dynamic force that could be nurtured and expanded or, if neglected, weakened until it became a distant and confused echo. He knew with divine certainty that memory loss, mental confusion, and lack of focus were not diseases to be fought, but symptoms of deep energetic misalignment. They were clear signs that these portals in the body were blocked, dirty, or asleep. That's why the knowledge he left behind was not just philosophical texts to be debated, but practical, direct instructions. A true instruction manual for human hardware. He left us a map to access the library of our own soul, a path to reactivate our internal wiring and restore the original clarity of our mind. The same clarity we had as children. This deep knowledge about how to awaken human consciousness was guarded with utmost secrecy, passed on only orally to initiates and priests who could understand its true power and responsibility. It wasn't a power meant to control others or manipulate external reality, but to achieve the hardest and most rewarding mastery of all, self-mastery. Thoth taught that by activating specific points in the body, it was possible not only to improve memory, but also to calm an anxious mind, expand perception beyond the five senses, and connect with a higher intelligence, a source of wisdom that exists beyond logical and rational thought. The most fascinating and revealing part is that the starting point of this sacred map, the first switch that begins the entire awakening process, isn't hidden in some inaccessible or secret place. On the contrary, it's located in an area of your body that you probably touch dozens of times a day, casually, automatically, and completely unconsciously, never realizing the electric and vibrational potential that resides there. It's a point you ignore, but that holds the key to the first great opening of consciousness, the first step to escaping the prison of the ordinary mind. Thoth's wisdom reveals that intention is the catalyst that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The same touch that today is an automatic gesture, like scratching your head or fixing your hair, can become an act of power, a conscious and deliberate activation. The first secret to awakening your energetic memory lies in turning that casual touch into a focused ritual. And this point, this first key in Thoth's map, is located at the highest point of your physical being, a place that serves as your direct connection to the sky, your antenna to the infinite. The cosmic antenna at the top of your head. That place you touch without even realizing it, the starting point of Thoth's map, is located at the very top of your head, at the peak of your skull. Imagine a line that goes from the top of one ear to the other, and another that goes from your nose up to the back of your neck. At the exact intersection of these lines, you'll find a slightly softer area, almost like a small depression. This is the Baihui point, or GV20, as it's known in Eastern medicine. But you can think of it in a simpler and more powerful way. As your personal cosmic antenna, your direct connection point to the universal energy field, the Wi-Fi for cosmic consciousness. Ancient cultures all over the world, from Siberian shamans to Hindu yogis, without ever having contact with each other, revered this point as a place of immense power. It's universally known as the crown chakra, the Sahasrara, the thousand-petaled lotus, the portal of enlightenment, of higher wisdom, and of connection with the divine, no matter what name you give to that higher force. Activating this point is like being in a dark, dusty room for years and finally finding the light switch. Suddenly, the darkness of mental confusion, doubt, and forgetfulness begins to fade, flooded by the light of expanded consciousness, clarity, and pure intuition. This might sound mystical or poetic, but modern science, with its language of data and facts, is starting to map out what the ancients already knew through intuition and direct experience. Neuroimaging studies using technologies like functional MRI show that stimulating this specific area on the top of the skull can significantly increase blood flow and oxygenation in the brain, especially in the prefrontal cortex. That's the region of your brain that acts as the CEO of your mind, responsible for executive functions like planning, decision-making, focus, problem-solving, and working memory. In other words, activating this point physically nourishes your mind's command center. When you stimulate the Baihui, you're sending a clear and direct message to your nervous system. Wake up. Step out of autopilot mode. It's a signal to exit survival mode, that constantly reactive, alert state fueled by stress and fear, and enter a higher, more creative and serene state of consciousness. It's like tuning the radio of your mind away from the static noise of daily worries and finding a clear, crystal frequency where thoughts flow in order. Information is accessed more easily and intuition speaks louder. But here's the secret that separates a simple head massage from a true energetic activation. The detail Thoth understood and that was lost over time. It's not just about pressing the point. The way you activate it is what triggers the real energy cascade. It's not about brute force, but rhythm, vibration, and resonance. A specific frequency is needed to awaken the dormant energy in this area. And for that, the ancients used tools that carried the vibration of nature itself. Something surprisingly simple and accessible that you probably already have in your home. The key to this activation isn't in a complex machine or an acupuncture needle, but in an organic object. A piece of the earth that can transmit a primordial vibration directly to your upper energy center. The method of activation is what transforms a simple anatomical point into a vibrant portal, a vortex of energy. And this technique, using that unexpected tool that connects the wisdom of the earth with the energy of the sky, is what we're going to reveal now, the first practical and physical step to awaken the mind from its deep sleep. The technique for activating your cosmic antenna is almost divinely simple, and that's exactly what makes it so deeply effective. You don't need anything exotic, expensive, or hard to find. All you need is a wooden spoon. Yes, a simple, humble wooden kitchen spoon. Why a wooden spoon? Because being made of wood, a material that was once alive, it carries the energy of the earth, a natural, stable, and organic resonance. This vibration interacts harmoniously with the human body's energy field. Unlike plastic, which is inert, or metal, which can conduct energy in erratic and unbalanced ways. Wood is both an insulator and a conductor of subtle energy at the same time. Using the rounded part of the spoon, the back side, you'll gently tap the Baihui point at the top of your head. The key word here, and the one you must always remember, is gently. The goal is not to feel pain or apply force, but to create a rhythmic, consistent vibration. Think of it like the sound of a shamanic drum in a sacred ceremony. A soft, hypnotic, and persistent beat that doesn't hurt but echoes deeply, penetrating all layers of your being. This physical act creates a vibrational ripple that reverberates through your skull, penetrating beyond the skin, muscle, and bone, reaching the brain tissue itself. This subtle vibration does much more than just stimulate surface blood flow. It acts like an alarm clock for subtle energy, known as prana, chi, or life force, that may be stagnant in the brain due to stress, poor nutrition, or repetitive thoughts. It's like tapping gently on a crystal bell that hasn't rung in a long time. At first, the sound is faint and muffled, but with rhythmic persistence, it starts to vibrate fully, emitting a clear, pure note. Each tap is a pulse of energy, helping to dissolve energetic blockages and awaken neural areas that were underactive. Like Christmas lights coming back on. This isn't a mechanical exercise, it's an act of pure intention. As you tap, you are making a declaration to your body, your mind, and the universe. You are saying, I am here, I am present, I am reclaiming control over my own mind and my own energy. I choose clarity. For 1 minute, focus only on the sensation of the tapping, on the primordial rhythm you are creating. Feel the vibration spreading from the top of your head like ripples in a lake, bringing life, movement, and oxygen to your mind. By doing this, you're effectively opening the upper portal, your connection to clarity, intuition, and universal wisdom. It's the essential first step to clearing the mental static that keeps you from thinking clearly. However, opening this channel is only half of the equation. For memory to become sharp and focus to deepen, we must also calm the turbulent waters of incessant thoughts. The mental noise that drains our energy and distracts us from what truly matters. And for that, there is a second point, a switch that turns off the noise and allows true clarity to emerge. The mental calm switch. This second point, the switch for mental chaos, is located right between your eyebrows, slightly above, in the smooth area of your forehead. This is the Yintang point, known in countless spiritual traditions and healing practices as the third eye. If the Baihui point at the top of your head is your antenna that opens to the cosmos, receiving energy from above, the Yintang is your inner lens, your focus, that directs your awareness inward to the center of your being. It is the great peacemaker of the brain, the point that has the power to calm the storm of thoughts that hits us daily, bringing deep and restorative silence. We live in a world that pulls us in 1,000 different directions every second. Our mind is constantly processing information, judging, analyzing, reacting to stimuli, and worrying about a future that doesn't yet exist. This whirlwind of thoughts not only causes stress, anxiety, and insomnia, but also consumes a huge amount of brain energy and oxygen, leaving us exhausted and confused. Stimulating the Yintang acts like a handbrake on this chaotic process. It slows down the mind, allowing you to step out of the raging current of thoughts and sit on the shore, observing everything from a calm, centered, and serene place. Traditional Chinese medicine, a wisdom over 5,000 years old, has used this point for millennia to calm the Shen, a complex concept that translates as the spirit, the mind, or the consciousness that resides in the heart. When the Shen is agitated, we feel anxious, scattered, with a racing heart and a weak memory. By activating the Yintang, you are, in fact, calming and anchoring your spirit, bringing a deep sense of peace that allows focus, concentration, and mental clarity to arise naturally, without effort. It's like calming the surface of a lake stirred by wind so you can finally see the bottom with total clarity. Using the same wooden spoon, you'll now gently tap this point between your eyebrows. Again, the tapping should be light, rhythmic, and comfortable. As you do this, you're not just improving your ability to memorize facts and numbers, you're cultivating presence, the most important skill in today's world. You're training your brain to discern what's useful information and what's just mental noise, teaching it to discard what doesn't matter and to focus on what's essential. It's an exercise in focus and discernment in its purest, most direct form. With the activation of the Baihui, you opened the door to higher energy. Now, with the activation of the Yintang, you're creating a calm, focused command center to receive, organize, and use that energy efficiently. You've opened the upper portal and the front portal. Energy can now flow from above to the front, illuminating your mind with wisdom and calming your heart with peace. But for the power circuit to be complete, For this new clarity to integrate into your entire being and not remain only at the mental level, one final crucial step remains. The missing step to fully integrate the system, to weave all these energies into a single tapestry of power, now takes us to the sides of your head. Use your fingers to find your temples, those soft, pulsing areas on both sides, slightly behind and above the ends of your eyes. These points, known in acupuncture as Taiyang, are famous for relieving tension headaches and improving vision. But their power, as Thoth knew, goes far beyond the physical. They are the energetic regulators of the brain's hemispheres, the points that govern how you see and process the world, both externally and internally. By stimulating these 2 points simultaneously, you're doing something extraordinary and deeply healing. You're building a bridge of light, a direct energetic connection between the left and right hemispheres of your brain. The left side, with its logic, analysis, language, and linear perception of time, and the right side, with its intuition, creativity, emotions, and holistic vision of the whole. In our modern world, so focused on productivity and data, we live predominantly in the left side, which creates a chronic imbalance, turning us into fragmented beings. Activating the temples helps to synchronize these 2 worlds, allowing logic and intuition to work together in harmony, like perfect dance partners. Now pause for a moment and visualize the sacred geometry you've just traced on your own head. You activated a point at the top, Baihui, connecting to the divine, the infinite, the sky. You activated a point in front, Yintang, focusing your awareness inward toward your center, your soul. And now you've activated 1 point on each side, the temples, uniting the opposites, the yin and the yang. You formed a cross of light on your head, one of the oldest and most universal symbols of humanity, representing the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, the vertical and the horizontal. You have become the center of that cross, the power point where all dimensions meet. You've just activated the structure. You've assembled the energetic hardware of your brain, creating a crystalline power grid ready to be used. The channels are open, the centers are awakened, and the hemispheres are communicating in a new, integrated way. It's like building a magnificent house with all the electrical wiring perfectly installed in every room. The lights are ready to turn on, the sound system is ready to play, the heating is ready to warm. The house is ready to become a home. But for energy to flow through these wires, for the house to come to life, we need to flip the main switch at the power center. And this switch is not another physical point. The structure is ready. Now we need to infuse it with the most powerful and creative force in the universe, something you already possess and use every day, but rarely with the right intention and awareness. For the system to work at full capacity, for the house to light up completely, we need to install the correct software. And that software is not a silent thought, not an abstract belief or a vague hope. It's something much more tangible, something that vibrates, that has shape and frequency. It is a sound. The sound that reprograms your cells. We've reached the beating heart of the exercise, the alchemical moment where all the pieces come together to create a deep and lasting transformation. This is the point where the physical structure you've activated meets the energy of creation. Sound. Thoth, the scribe of the gods, was not only a master of silent writing, but also of the spoken word, of sound magic, of the power of incantation. He knew that words are not just random sounds, but vibrational frequencies that carry power, information, and intention. He understood that the right vibration, spoken with focused intention, can literally reorganize matter, influence the water in our cells, and reprogram consciousness. Now you're going to combine rhythmic tapping with power mantras, turning this exercise into a symphony of energetic recalibration. Each point you activated will be paired with a specific affirmation, a sound frequency that will install a new program in your subconscious, replacing old programs of fear, scarcity, and limitation. You're not just thinking positively, a surface-level act that rarely works. You're vibrating positivity into every cell of your brain, using sound as the vehicle for transformation, like a train carrying the cargo of your intention to its desired destination. Start again at the top of your head, at the Baihui point. While gently tapping with the wooden spoon, keeping a steady rhythm, speak aloud, clearly and with feeling, "I am very blessed." Don't say it robotically. Feel the truth of that statement in your heart. Feel the gratitude for being alive, for the air you breathe, for the opportunity to be here now. The vibration of gratitude is one of the highest and most magnetic that exists. And by chanting it at this point, you open yourself to receive more blessings, more clarity, and more synchronicities in your life. Next, move the wooden spoon to the Yintang point, between your eyebrows. While gently tapping, declare with deep conviction and tenderness, "I am very loved." Feel the energy of unconditional love filling your mind, your body, and your heart, calming all anxiety, all self-criticism, and all fear. This vibration dissolves feelings of loneliness and inadequacy, replacing them with a sense of peace, belonging, and total acceptance. You are telling your nervous system that it is safe to relax, that you are protected, cared for, and at peace. Now move to your temples. Tapping both sides gently at the same time, affirm with genuine, almost childlike joy, "I am very happy." Feel the vibration of happiness and harmony spreading throughout your brain like waves of golden light, balancing the hemispheres and dissolving any tension or worry. Happiness is not a destination to be reached after much effort. It's a frequency to be tuned into in the present moment. By chanting this mantra, you're calibrating your energy to the frequency of joy, making it your natural state of being, your default setting. You're not just repeating empty words you read somewhere. Each phrase is a code, a specific frequency being installed into your energy field through the sound vibration of your own voice. You are using the physics of sound to influence the biology of your body, tuning your mind like a master tunes a piano so it resonates in perfect harmony with the highest energies of the universe. But to seal this entire process, to unify these three frequencies into a single and powerful declaration of power, there is one final phrase. The shortest, the simplest, and the most powerful of all. After moving through the three sacred points, infusing each one with the vibrations of blessing, love, and happiness, you will finish the process with the most potent and fundamental affirmation a human being can speak. I am. This statement, said with no adjectives, no additions, no qualifications, is the purest and most direct declaration of your own existence, your consciousness, and your divine power. It is the recognition that you are not defined by your circumstances, your past, your job, or your relationships, but that you are the pure consciousness experiencing life. By finishing the cycle with I am, you are sealing your energetic sovereignty. It's like a king signing their name at the bottom of a royal decree, making it law. You are declaring to the universe, and more importantly, to yourself, that you are the master of your own reality, the center of your own universe, the cause and not the effect. This affirmation transcends any belief, religion, or philosophy. It is the fundamental truth of your existence, the name of God in every tradition. For the spiritual, it's the acknowledgement of the divine spark within. For the atheist, it's the highest declaration of self-responsibility and personal power. The logic behind this is equally powerful for those who don't follow a spiritual path. By affirming I am blessed, I am loved, I am happy, and sealing it with the final declaration I am, you are taking full control and responsibility for your own mind and emotional state. You are strengthening your internal reserve of resilience, brilliance, and well-being. Becoming independent of external factors to feel good. You are becoming the cause of your inner state instead of the effect of circumstances, the news, or other people's opinions. Modern science is beginning to understand the depth of this through the study of neuroplasticity and epigenetics. The combination of the physical vibration from tapping, which increases brain receptivity and releases beneficial neurotransmitters, with focused intention and the sound vibration of mantras, creates the ideal environment for the brain to reorganize. You are literally giving your brain the tools and instructions to form and strengthen new neural connections, creating new pathways for the clarity, memory, and well-being, while weakening and pruning the old pathways of stress, anxiety, and confusion. Think of it this way, like a computer process. With the tapping, you prepared the hardware, cleaning the system, defragmenting the drive, and opening the communication channels. With the specific mantras, blessed, loved, happy, you installed the software, the high-performance programs you want to run. And with the final affirmation, I am, you hit the enter key, executing the program and fully integrating it into your operating system, making it your new default setting. You've completed the energetic recalibration. Now, the final step is to turn this powerful technique into a simple, daily, effortless habit. The 3-minute ritual for a steel-sharp memory. Now that you understand the function and power of each piece in Thoth's puzzle, it's time to put the full ritual together, to turn theory into transformative practice. The beauty of this ancient method lies in its simplicity and efficiency. It doesn't require hours of meditation in a cave or complicated yoga poses. The full practice takes just 3 minutes, 180 seconds of your day, and can be done once or twice daily for best results. Ideally, you should practice it in the morning to start your day with clarity and intention, or at night to clear your mind of accumulated mental clutter before sleep. Think of it as your daily energetic hygiene, as essential as brushing your teeth. The ritual is a continuous flow, a 3-part dance. Grab your wooden spoon, sit comfortably with your spine upright. Take 1 deep breath. Begin by gently tapping the top of your head at the Baihui point. While keeping a steady and soft rhythm for about 1 minute, repeat aloud, clearly and with feeling, the mantra, I am very blessed. Focus on the sensation of the vibration spreading through your skull and on the feeling of gratitude carried by the word. Feel the energy of clarity and connection entering through the top of your head, and filling every cell of your being. After 1 minute, without breaking the flow, without thinking, move the wooden spoon to the point between your eyebrows, the Yintang. Continue the gentle rhythmic tapping for another minute while chanting the mantra, "I am very loved." Let the vibration of this phrase calm your mind and your heart. Feel any trace of anxiety, worry, or self-judgment dissolving with each tap, replaced by a deep sense of peace, safety, and self-acceptance. Allow yourself to be filled with this calming and loving energy, as if receiving a hug from existence itself. Next, move into the third and final stage of the activation. Use the spoon to tap gently on both temples at the same time in sync. Keep the rhythm for another minute, affirming with conviction and a gentle smile on your lips. I am very happy. Feel the energy of joy and harmony balancing the two hemispheres of your brain, the logical and the intuitive. Feel a smile forming inside as the vibration of happiness recalibrates your thoughts and emotions, bringing a sense of lightness, optimism, and well-being to your whole system. To conclude and seal the entire ritual, to anchor this new frequency into your physical body, make one final tap on each of the 3 points in sequence. 1 tap on the top of your head, 1 tap between your eyebrows, and 1 tap on your temples. With each of these final taps, simply declare with all your power and intention, I am. This final affirmation unifies the 3 energies and anchors your awareness into the power of the present moment, solidifying the energetic work you've just done. This simple but deeply powerful ritual is much more than a memory exercise or a relaxation technique. It's an act of energetic self-care, a conscious recalibration of your internal operating system. It clears away the mental static accumulated throughout the day, improves blood flow and oxygenation in the brain, and actively strengthens neural pathways associated with cognition, focus, and positive memory. You are literally, with your own hands and your own voice, rewriting the script of your aging with every practice. But the effects you'll begin to feel, if you're consistent, go far beyond simply remembering names and dates. By turning this 3-minute ritual into a consistent and sacred practice, you'll realize that you're not just preventing cognitive decline or fighting everyday forgetfulness. You're doing something much deeper, something modern society has forgotten is even possible. You're awakening your energetic memory. This is the memory that goes beyond facts, dates, and to-do lists. It is the memory of your soul, the wisdom encoded in your DNA and in your energy field, an ancient knowing that has been patiently waiting to be accessed and used. The information that will begin to flow into your awareness won't just be about where you left your keys or what you need to buy at the store. Suddenly, in a moment of silence during the day, you'll receive the elegant solution to a problem that's been bothering you for months. Creative ideas for your projects, your work, or your art will start to come spontaneously, as if whispered into your ear. You'll feel a sense of clarity about your life purpose, an intuitive understanding of what your next step is, not based on logic, but on a deep feeling of certainty. That is energetic memory in action. True youthful memory, the real gift of this exercise from Thoth, is not about having the mind of a 20-year-old, which is often full of uncertainty, impulsiveness, and lack of experience. It's about having access to the timeless wisdom that lives within you. The wisdom of all your experiences, and maybe even of other lives, combined with the vitality, energy, and clarity to apply it in your life right now. You are reactivating your innate right to a mind as sharp as a diamond, a heart as calm as a lake, and a spirit as vibrant as the sun, no matter your chronological age. If you've made it this far, leave a comment that says, "I activated my energetic memory," to show that you're truly part of this awakening. If you want to help support the channel more directly, there's a link in the first pinned comment where you can contribute and help me spread more content like this out into the world. Any help you can give means a lot to me and to the growth of the channel. But know this, just by watching until the end, you're already helping a lot. And you can also share this video with someone who would benefit from this message. And don't leave just yet. I saved a special video just for you. Click the video that's showing on the screen now, and I'll see you there.